Hi, how you doing? It is the OG McFly, the original gamer here for Easers. I have Mr. Dave Massey with me. He's part of the Kiwanis. The Kiwanis are reputable. I'm going to let him tell you his standpoint because I don't want to mess anything up. Mr. Massey, how you doing? Welcome to NOLA Gaming Fest 19. Introduce yourself.
Great to be here, man.
How you doing? Great to have you.
So I'm the president of the Dawnbusters Kiwanis.
Okay.
There are 7,330 some Kiwanis clubs in over 80 countries.
Wow.
And we're pretty excited. We have over 200 men and women that volunteer regularly. We are the 8th largest Kiwanis club in the world and one of the most active clubs.
Wow. Now, I'm familiar how you guys got involved. Derek Thomas is my business partner, a friend of mine. We worked together, and we did laser tag, and another one of your Kiwana brothers, I think he owns that place.
So Derek is a member of our club. That's where we got connected. And his father was in Kiwanis.
Wow.
And you know how his heart is all about educating and paying it forward and giving to the kids.
Right.
That fits in exactly with what we do. So that's how we partnered up. And then laser tag.
Right.
They're members of our club as well.
Right. Okay.
We're networkers. We're all working to help each other.
Shout out the Kiwanis, man.
to help our community.
Right.
And that's what I love about our club is we're doing things for our community.
Okay, and I was informed that you guys are heavily involved with the school reading program. How many schools are you involved with just in Louisiana?
So we've been doing the Rewards for Reading program twice a year. We go in and we do a 45-minute to an hour-long program.
Okay.
In 20 Jefferson Parish schools.
Okay.
We've been doing that for 14 years. We got a new superintendent of schools last year, Dr. Cade Brumley. He came in, he was looking at what the schools that are performing the best, what they're doing. And one of those things was our Rewards for Reading program. Mm-hmm. So he came to us and said, what can I do to help? And the chairman of our Rewards for Reading program right off the bat said, oh, you can give us $70,000. And he's like, what? He said it costs $3,500 per school. We're in 20 schools. We need $70,000 to put the accelerated reading program. It's an independent reading program. It does a lot for it. First off, it grades all the different books per reading level.
Right.
So now the child is reading the appropriate level, so he has a much better chance of succeeding. And
hold up, pardon myself. I'm an avid reader, so I have to stop you right there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Any programs that are helping the modern youth read, because we're a gaming company, but I still think more kids need to read. They need to read. The information is out there. So I want to give you guys a shout out personally for doing your work with that.
So let me tell you more about the accelerated reading. But
okay, yeah, go ahead.
But what you're talking about?
Right.
This is statistics that Dr. Brumley, this is where I got it from. Mm-hmm. A child who is unable to read at grade level by the end of third grade is 3 to 4 times more likely to drop out of school. Wow. And 80% of incarcerated individuals are functionally illiterate school dropouts. So what we're doing, getting these kids excited about reading at an early age, is changing our community. And what we've seen over the years is the kids, because they're excited, they're reading more, and their school grades are coming up.
Right.
So the way that the accelerated reading, another thing that's great about the accelerated reading program is the kids take a test online. Without that, the librarian or the teacher has to give the kid a book report and then grade it.
Right.
Now, it's been a long time since I was in school, but one of the worst things in the entire world is having to write a book report.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I kind of like them, but I guess you got to be like a bookhead.
I don't mind the reading.
Right.
I like
but
that.
It's the writing part.
It was the book report.
Right.
Now they take it online. the kids, it's all an online test. I love when we go into the schools and the kids are all on a computer and they're like, this is fun to them.
That's exciting. That's exciting. So I know you guys are a key club or reading.
So key clubs they're Kiwanis clubs, a service organization like what we do in the high school. We also have builders clubs, and so our club sponsors 8 key clubs in high schools and 2 builders clubs in the middle schools. We also have 2 action clubs, which is the same service organization for adults with disabilities.
This is crazy. Okay, fun fact, I just want this to be on record. About how many students or readers do you think you facilitate?
So right now, there's about 30,000 children. Going back to our story with Dr. Brumley.
Okay.
He said, well, I can't give you $70,000. Didn't have it.
Wow.
But he came back to us about a week later and he said, I got a deal for y'all. He said, I have a grant for $500,000. I will put accelerated reading in every elementary school in the parish, 56 schools I believe it is, if Dawnbusters will put your reading rewards program in those schools.
Whoa.
And we said, okay.
Whoa.
Now
that's huge.
We expanded just last month in May. We did 37 programs. We added 17 schools to what we normally do. What we're doing, we don't have enough hours in a day. The thing is, all the schools want to have it right at the end of Christmas break and right at the end of the school year.
Right.
So for 2 weeks before the end of school, we do 1 in the morning, 1 at night, every day for 2 weeks.
2 a days.
Well, in April, we did 4 a day. We did 2 on the East Bank, 2 on the West Bank.
Oh, y'all super.
And we are partnering up. We've been reaching out to other Kiwanis clubs, other service clubs, anybody that wants to make a difference, and we're going to help them get it started in the school. So they adopt a school. We actually we do a lot of fundraising. We have a grant writer that's going out and getting us money. You see all these sponsors?
I see you.
That's where we are getting.
A big shout out to our sponsors. I wish I had time to name them all, but this is beautiful because it leads to my question now. You guys are a big reading company. What drew you to IGL, and where do you see the future of the Kiwanis and IGL and the program? What direction are you guys headed?
So we have a vision, and this is really neat because the bicycles. So what we do when we go in, the kids read a book, they get a ticket, they draw the name, and if their name's drawn, they win the prizes.
Okay.
We will have a packet of maybe a half a dozen different gift certificates. We draw 10 boys, 10 girls.
Okay.
Then we get another packet of different, it could be dominoes, it could be baseball tickets to the University of New Orleans.
That's a lot of cool prizes.
It could be something for the Pelicans. Laser tag of Metairie. It could be any.
Right.
We actually have Adventure Quest laser tag too.
Is that the one in Baton Rouge?
Laser tag of Metairie is the same as the one that's in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
But they give us the prizes that we give away, and
right.
Most of these sponsors, now we want to reward all the kids, not just the ones that happen to win.
Right.
Now
that's great.
When we go, we also. So we'll do 10 and 10 a couple times, and then we give away 4 bikes, 4 MP4 players, and then the top boy and girl, they get special prizes of everything you could possibly think of.
So that's what's got the incentive has these kids reading at an alarming rate, people.
Right. So now to answer your question,
okay.
Most of our schools have been K to 5. And 5th graders are still excited about bikes and MP4 players. But a lot of our schools now are being restructured. They're going to be K to 8.
Okay.
a boy or girl in 8th grade is not that turned on or excited about a bicycle.
Right.
You know what they get excited about? Gaming.
Wow. I just made the connection.
Imagine if one of the prizes that you could win is
NOLA Gaming Fest or something.
is to be part of this. Maybe you could get into one of the, they have how you guys do the camp.
Right.
What if one of the big prizes could be
attending camp or that's a great incentive. And if they're reading for these prizes and then you add IGL, that's a great merger.
Now Derek and I, we've been hatching this plan, and other members of the club too. Like, it's a bigger vision. All right. For one thing, all the kids, they get excited about the gaming. What I love about what you guys do is you take that excitement, and I know in the different camps you do, you have the kids doing like critiquing, and then it leads into them like writing code, and then they're doing
our students
podcasts
are all over. They're working.
And they're creating real projects.
Right.
And they're making a portfolio.
Thank you.
This is something that when they get out of school, they already have a working experience.
Yeah, they've been using it.
So imagine that our vision, I don't know how long it's going to take to get this, but what if we helped you guys to set up a facility where all the schools in our area could bring their top kids in. You have to qualify. Now, it's like not everybody can play on the varsity football team.
Right, I understand.
You have to qualify.
Right.
But for those kids, what if we could offer them free of charge or minimal charge to come in? We have the equipment. We have everything set up. We have the instructors. We build a facility. Now, this is not in effect yet, but this is our dream.
It's coming.
I know. We will do it, especially as more of our sponsors. Like, these sponsors they are doing so much. Baby cakes. They give every kid in our school a free ticket to one of the games. They send Boudreaux to every one of our reading programs. Acadian Plumbing, one of our members. 10 or more years ago, he went out and bought a costume, like a professional mascot outfit. He sends 2 master plumbers to every one of our programs. One of them dressed up in a 6-foot duck outfit. Katie the duck, the kids love them. Laser tag, they have a robot outfit.
I know the robot.
Have you seen Bob?
We have pictures.
It's Bob.
Right.
And the kids all love it.
Right. This is it's exciting, especially for gaming and reading, because I do both. Like I said, I'm an avid reader, but I can see the merger. I can feel it. And like you said, we are ahead right now. Esports is kind of behind in Louisiana. It's kind of behind in the U.S., but it's very progressive. Like, we haven't caught up to where we should be. And when we do, they'll be looking at this interview like, hey.
So Derek and I envision sometime in this decade, Jefferson Parish being the Silicon Valley of the South.
That's a big statement.
Why not?
Why not?
If we can get our kids reading, we make them excellent readers at a young age. I'm going to tell you what, these kids get excited.
You get me excited.
Look, them having a chance to win a bicycle is like the chance of me and you winning a car.
Right.
And a lot of our schools are low income. A lot of these kids don't have a bicycle. It's a big deal to them.
Right.
And it's amazing. Our librarians, who we work with all the time, when they are telling us, the kids get right off the bus and go straight to the library to check out another book. They turn one in, get another. We've got kids that are reading, 100 books a semester. Some of our schools are reading like 24,000 books a year.
Wow.
It's amazing what these kids are doing. They're actually like competitive reading.
And that's crazy that you mentioned competitive reading, and we're in competitive esports. To merge the two and bring them together,
It's a natural progression.
where did you guys come up with this? Did Derek call you 2 o'clock in the morning?
No, but we have had quite a few cups of coffee.
I can bet. I could bet.
But when he started sharing his vision and our vision, and there's another aspect to this as well. You mentioned the key clubs, service clubs. One of the things that we want to do is not just give kids skills. We want to develop the personality and the whole rounded person.
That's a key point, because skills without the attitude or the social ability to apply those skills will limit you in the world. And that's a tangible that I think most education facilities miss. They're not preparing the personality of the individual, and you can give somebody all the skills in the world and all the knowledge, but if they can't properly apply that, it's useless.
That's what Key Club does.
Right.
And Builders Club, and they even have in the college level, like Circle K, they call it. Mm-hmm. But what Derek, he actually came with us to the Key Club convention last year, and he was just amazed at how well behaved the kids were. Like, the only ones that got in any trouble were the adults for being too loud.
Wow.
the kids are fantastic.
Right.
They are all like just so well behaved. Like they're just fine young adults.
Right.
And that's, like Derek said, that's the people that we want to work with. We want to work with the upstanding. Right. And we want to create that.
Right.
Now, this is a two-way street. What the other thing is, y'all, Derek is already has it.
Okay.
A Key Club gaming league. So to be in that league, you have to be in a Key Club.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, Key Club became cool.
That's crazy.
Cooler.
Oh, yeah.
Now, but why would they want to do that, not just in a general one? Because we're able to partner up with other places. Like this sponsor.
That's a host of sponsors.
I hope we have to get 2 or 3 more of these 8x8 things to fit them all.
It's coming.
If you guys, and I know Derek already has these, where in the digital arts, the leaders in the industry are already working with y'all.
Right.
So what if you're a high school student or even middle school or elementary school? You see that by participating in this Key Club league, you're going to have an opportunity to possibly get an internship with Disney, or who knows?
You've been talking to Derek at 2 o'clock.
Who knows what? It's now.
It's beautiful.
It helps build Key Clubs, and there are Key Clubs all over the world.
Right. That's beautiful.
And so there's so many different layers of this. So Key Club's one of the big things for them to do service. A lot of times they need funding. All right, I'm pretty sure that them hosting a tournament like this at their school would be a lot more fun than a car wash.
Right. A lot more informative, educational, fun is the icing on the top. You know what I mean? This is great.
There's so many different ways that this just makes sense.
You got me excited. I can't talk. I normally never freeze in interviews. My wheels are turning. Andre, please edit this out.
Well, what we've done with our elementary schools, we can take that all the way through K through 12.
Right.
You guys bring in what gets the kids excited at the older age.
A parable just hit in my head. It's an older gentleman. He told me they're not making any more property. The one thing they're making more of are kids. So I think we're in the right business.
You know, I know we are.
Right.
Our Kiwanis Club, we do a lot of service. We feed the homeless every Monday. I mean, we buy the food. One of our corporate members prepares it. We go pick it up. We bring it down there. We plate it, and we hand it out. That's like 1,000 meals a month. That's a little side thing we do. This is, to me, the big deal. We do bingo for the elderly twice a month. For the elderly, that's a big deal.
Right.
I mean, we do a lot of other things, and those are good things, and it's helping some people. This, the rewards for reading, is changing our community. If we're bringing up the grades in our schools, and if we continue to do that, not just in the elementary schools, through the whole parish into the upper grades, and we just bring up the grade levels, now we become more attractive to businesses. We start attracting businesses, especially if we're training. When I say we, I mean y'all. Are training these kids to have the skills that they need, and we as businesses need.
Indeed.
It's just natural. I don't know if any other community is doing this, and our vision is to have this go nationwide. Like every school should have this. Why not get the kids excited?
Why not? I mean, that's what we should be focusing on as a human race, is bettering and ushering our kids into a bright future, the spot where they belong. Like it's crazy nowadays, you know, the society that we live in, and then you see kids that are really, you know, trying to make a push for themselves, or really trying to set themselves up and make a great foundation for themselves, but they're bogged down, or they just don't have help. So to meet with guys like you who are actually being progressive out in the communities and doing things.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We have as much fun as the kids.
It's got to be fun to you.
We come in there, we've got music, we have mascots, we have the kids up dancing, going crazy. The kids have fun and we have fun.
Right.
And it becomes it's more than just a reading program. Like, these kids become our kids.
Right.
We
right.
Last month, one of our schools, they had a handicap playground that they were building. We helped them in the fundraising for that, and then a bunch of us went out there and helped them put it together. And the newspaper was asking me, like, why is this so important to y'all that you're out here? Right. You know, it's 7:00 on a Saturday morning, and I'm like, these are our kids. And he looked at me, he's like, you have kids in this school? I'm like, no,
they're all our kids.
They're not my kids. They're our kids.
Right.
And all these kids here, they're our kids.
Right.
This is our community.
Right.
I love everywhere else. That's great. But we're focusing, Kiwanis is one child, one community, and we're focusing on this one. Now we want to spread this so everybody does their own community.
Right. This is beautiful. Oh, man. I might have to cut this interview short, Mr. Dave. Mr. Dave, I want to thank you for sitting down with us, giving us some great information. I know we're a partner now, so I'm going to see you again, and I'm going to get you to interview again. But and enjoy your day. Take the sights in.
You know, and the neat thing is, we have a very active club with a lot of men and women that are doing things all the time. Seriously, we have more people come to our board meeting than most Kiwanis clubs have members.
Wow.
Now, I'm not knocking other Kiwanis clubs.
It just means you're doing something
I'm just saying
efficiently.
People care.
Right.
Why would 25 people, like even members that are not on the board, come because they want to be a part of the leadership. They want to be part of what we're doing. And it's everything we do. It just keeps snowballing.
Now you feel like me. I see. I've seen it. Oh, man. So there you have it. We have Mr. Dave Massey, Dawn Busters Kiwanis here. Me, OG McFly, we're cutting this short because we're talking about something we're really passionate about. We love these kids. We love what we do. And we love doing things for the community. Game Heads, built for the community, by the community.
Hashtag Silicon Valley of the South.
You heard it first. New hashtag, Silicon Valley of the South. Dave Massey said it first. Easers. I like that, man.